Hello everyone, welcome to a Prosperous Life series which explores the teachings, principles, and ideas that will help us to create, expand, and manifest more prosperity in all areas of life. So I am so happy to see you here. I hope you are doing well and ready to learn and create a prosperous life. Today, I wanted to talk to you about finding the opportunity in everyday's challenges, right? Now, what is an opportunity? Opportunity can be defined as a set of circumstances that make it possible to do something. An opportunity can be seen as well as a good position, a chance, or a prospect for advancement or success, or a favorable time, right? So there are many ways we can define opportunity. Now, it sounds here like an opportunity for something good can arrive in our lives in a capricious way, right? Meaning we needed to wait for that perfect set of circumstances to manifest so that we can have our opportunity. But this isn't so actually. This isn't true. Because if we are going to wait for the opportunity to arrive, it will never come. Because we do not wait for the opportunity, but rather we create the opportunity by creating the inner and outer circumstances that are favorable for the opportunity to rise. Right? So we must be proactive in our inner world and in our outer world so that we create the proper environment for the opportunity to arrive. But we must create that first. Now, how can we become proactive in our inner world and in our outer reality, right? How do we do that? By the way, are you enjoying this content? If you are, please remember to like and subscribe. You can help me to grow this channel and then more people can have access to this content. Thank you so much for your help. So how can we become more proactive in our inner world and in our outer reality? So the first step is to always look at the challenges we have and see them not as a problem, right? But rather as an opportunity. Now, when challenges happen, and they do all the time, right? We look at that situation and we find the opportunity there. Now, how can we find the opportunity in the circumstances that they really look like very problematic and negative, right? So how do we find this opportunity in there? So we must kind of compare and contrast both possibilities at the same time. And what are these both possibilities? This is either a problem or an opportunity, right? So we can do this comparison and contrast by, for instance, doing my favorite process, which I call the yes process. And in this process, we compare and contrast two possible realities. So in this exercise, you look at the problem from two perspectives, right? And you say yes to both. So is this a problem? Yes. Is this an opportunity? Yes. So we're going to compare and contrast these two answers. So by saying yes to both perspectives, you can see clearly where the opportunity lies in there. So let's see how we can do this, right? So think about a challenge that you have in your life. And then you ask yourself, is this a problem? Yes, it is a problem. Why? Because X, Y, and Z, right? There is a because in there, right? So notice that every time that you see a challenge as a problem, you find ways to justify why that is a problem by keeping yourself in a victim position, right? Or something bad happens to me, look at me. This is horrible, poor me, right? Something very bad is happening there. For example, let's suppose that you lose your job, right? For the majority of people, losing a job suddenly, especially, is something that feels like such a big problem, right? So you can apply the yes process over here, and you can answer that. Now, is this a problem? yes, it is a problem. Why? Because I don't have enough in my savings to stay out of work, or I am too old and I don't believe I can get another job, or I don't know where to go. Oh, I was about to retire and then I lose my job. What a big problem this is, right? Now, when we dwell in the negative aspect of the situation, the job loss, we dwell in the victim position. So I lost my job and this is such a big problem, right? Because, I cannot pay my rent now. I don't have enough. I am a victim. I'm powerless. However, it doesn't have to be in this way, right? We can use the yes process to find the opportunity here as well. So, did you lose your job? Okay, so let's answer to that yes. Is this an opportunity? Yes. How this is an opportunity, right? So how this could be an opportunity for you? Well, for instance, I can stop now. I can have a little bit of time to focus in my professional life. What I'm gonna do in my professional life. What is my next step? Where can I go from here? Right? Because I didn't like my job anyway, and I didn't have the courage to quit, and now the universe just pushed me out of that situation, right? So now I have a little bit more of time to think about it. Now, when you see the circumstance as an opportunity, you empower yourself and you take control of the narrative. So you are not a victim anymore, but rather you are the winner. So who is a winner? A winner is a person who seizes the opportunity, who finds the opportunity, who creates the opportunity, who is constantly preparing, right, to find and to receive, to create these opportunities. So that's the person who is constantly looking to getting that lemon and turning that lemon into a lemonade. Now, every time when you look at any circumstance that happens in your life, there are only two ways you can perceive the situation, right? The situation is going to be either negative, stressful, therefore you see as a problem and you feel like a victim, or you can perceive that situation as an opportunity, right? It is like, oh, okay, the universe pushed me out of whatever it was happening to me. Now I have a little bit more of time to think about where I'm going to go from here, right? I have the opportunity to get something better in my life. Now, the question is, why do we have this tendency just to see the circumstances as a problem, right? And not as an opportunity? Well, there are many reasons for that, right? And the reasons include as well fear and subconscious programming, because we are afraid of losing something, and for as long as we focus on the fear because I am losing something, we cannot see the good stuff that might be coming to our life, right? So if we focus on this apparent loss, and then we cannot see the opportunity to gain something new. I elaborate a little bit more about the yes process in another video as well. It's called the Get to the Right Answer to Any Problem You Have. So I recommend that you watch that video as well, and I'm gonna leave the link below for you. So what is the bottom line here, right? So how can we find opportunities? Well, we don't find opportunities. We don't wait for them to happen, but rather we create the opportunity by creating the inner and the outer circumstances that are favorable for opportunities to rise. So let's remember our definition for prosperity, right? So prosperity is a spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical state where one experiences a flow of abundance and blessings and an increasing of opportunities in all areas of life. Now, how can anyone experience an increase of opportunities in all areas of life? Well, the increase of opportunities happen when we create them by having a positive outlook in life, right? So when a situation happens, ask yourself, is this a problem or an opportunity? then you do the yes process for yourself. Whatever is happening in your life, for the little things to the larger problems, ask yourself, okay, is this a problem or is this an opportunity, right? Then you write it down on a paper. Why do you see that as a problem? Just write it down. Oh, yeah, it is a problem. No, why is this a problem, right? Because X, Y, and Z. So observe how negative it becomes, the whole thing, and how your mind focus on the negativity, creating that feeling of, victimhood or being somebody powerless. And then, of course, you get on this paper and you write it down how you can see this as an opportunity, right? How can you turn at this situation from being negative into being something more positive? And, what can you learn from the situation? How can you benefit from it? How can you turn this lemon into a lemonade, basically, right? And then you observe the differences between these two perspectives, right? And observe as well that the difference between a problem and an opportunity lies when you focus on the why or on the how. Why and the how. So when you see a situation as a problem, you naturally go into the why, right? Oh, why this is a problem? Because, right? There is that because in there, right? Then when you see the same situation as an opportunity, naturally you go to the how, right? Because that's the way we can turn that lemon into lemonade. How this could be an opportunity, how this can be an opportunity, how do I turn this into an opportunity, right? Now it takes willingness to step out of the conditioning, right? And strength and courage to see the situation differently, right? Because the majority of people, most of the time, they're gonna look into something, see, oh, that's a problem, this is negative, this is a problem. So the final step, of course, once you determine how that circumstance is an opportunity, then you must act in the physical reality, in your outer world, so you can bring that opportunity into fruition. Now, what steps can you take to help this opportunity to be manifested in the physical reality, right? So here is the place where you can create strategies and you can organize your thoughts, your activities, and your doing in the physical reality. So that's how we bring the opportunity into reality. We bring it to pass. So I hope this video was helpful to you. I wish you a prosperous life. Thanks for watching, and until the next video.